Hey, welcome to Lightbuckets. I'm B for Rent, and this channel is dedicated to the amateur astronomer. Like, really amateur. If you want to raise your levels of nerddom, this may very well be the hobby for you. Before you know it, you'll be able to look up at the night sky and say, hey, that's Sirius, Vega, Arcturus, the Pleiades, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Cassiopeia, the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, Venus. So far, I've invested less than $500 into this adventure, and it's been worth every penny. Warning, this hobby can be expensive. Many a night I've went online and spent thousands of imaginary dollars on telescope equipment. Someday, I'm hoping to turn those imaginary dollars into real dollars, but until then, we're just going to have to work with what we got. Speaking of what we've got, it's all Celestron. Celestron? Celestron? Using this equipment, I've been able to get some fantastic views of the Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, the Pleiades, the Orion Nebula. I can also see Mars and Venus, but they're just not very exciting. I'm guessing that I could see the smaller outer planets, but finding them without a computerized telescope, that's a challenge. Even if I did get my telescope pointed at one of those planets, I'm not sure I'd even be able to tell it was there. That happened to me with Andromeda, because I was looking for this, and instead I saw this. Mercury is still on my list, I just need some time to find it. Which reminds me, if you want to buy a telescope and go find things that look like this, stop right now. These photographs were taken with way better equipment than I've got. But I've taken some great pictures with my stuff too. Okay, they may not be great pictures, but they're not bad for what I have. If you want to see some truly stunning pictures and the equipment needed to get them, check out Antoine and Dahlia from Galactic Hunters, or Dylan O'Donnell and his Star Stuff, or Trevor from Astro Backyard, or Chuck from Chuck's Astrophotography, or Ray from Ray's Astrophotography, or Astro Biscuit, Astrofarsography, Astro Addict, Peter Zelinka. So at the end of the day, you had to ask yourself, with all the cloudy nights that you're going to have to trudge through, and all the equipment failures you're going to have to deal with, and the immense amount of failure that you're going to go through, is this hobby really worth doing? I mean, there's a lot of failure involved here. Yes. I've been taking pictures of things for over 30 years. And one of the bigger challenges of photography is something like a sports shot, where you've got limited light because you're indoors, and you've got a really fast shutter because you have to catch the action, and you don't get a second chance. But astrophotography is a completely different set of challenges, and I have to say, I think it's more challenging. Instead of 1/4000th of a second, you might take a 40-second shot. You're taking pictures in the dark. And don't forget that the Earth is spinning. So you've got motion all the time. So why would you get into this sleep-depriving, wallet-depleting hobby? You'll just have to get a cheapy telescope and find out. I suspect after you see the rings of Saturn in person, or maybe the cloud bands of Jupiter, you will understand. Before you know it, you'll spend every night possible pointing a lens or a mirror at some random direction in the sky. So again, I'm B for Rent. Welcome to Lightbuckets, welcome to astronomy, and keep looking up. You never know when you're going to find something exciting.